Hi children, welcome to grade 5 English and this is our session 6 in chapter 4, the Kabuliwala. And before getting into our session, let's do an energizer. And today we are going to play word jumbles game. Yeah, here they have given you many word jumbles, right? And also they have given clues. And with the help of these clues, you have to find out the suitable words. Clear? Yes. Can you do it? Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed this activity, right? And children, share the answers you found with your class through grade 5 English Google Classroom. And now let's recall what we have learned in our earlier session. Concept connection of chapter 4, that is regular verb. Yes, we all know that verbs are words that are used to describe some kind of action and they always form the main part of the sentence. And these verbs are divided into regular and irregular verbs. And what is a regular verb? Regular verb is nothing but if it gets changed into its past tense, we have to add ed and d to it. Okay. For example, clean, cleaned, finish, finished, paint, painted, dance, danced. Yeah, and here they have given you some more examples of regular verbs. You can refer this, children. And I hope you're clear with regular verbs, right? It is nothing but we have to add ed and d to change it into its past form. Okay? Yeah. And now we are moving on to irregular verb. And what is an irregular verb? And this irregular verb, we are having two different rules. One is the verb will remain the same even in its past form. For example, put, put, cut, cut. Okay, these verbs remain the same, that is in the same base verb form even in its past form. Okay, and another one rule is some verbs will change entirely into a different word. For example, say, said, come, came. And here they have given you many examples for both the types. Heard, heard, put, put. And for another one is go, went, see, saw. You can see here, children, that is the words get changed completely into a new word. Okay. Otherwise, the verb will remain the same even in its past form. These verbs are called as irregular verbs. And I hope you are clear with what we have learned in our previous session, that is regular and irregular verbs. Now we are moving on to our session. And children, let's share. Can you tell me one thing you can do and one rule you should follow and one thing you will do in future? You can write sentences for this in your note and you can post it in Google Classroom. Children, now let me tell you in which place we have to use can, should and will. Can is used to tell about the ability, that is ability of doing something. I can write, I can read, I can dance. Ability of yourself. To express that you have to use can. Should. Should means expectation. That is, I should respect my elders. I should obey the traffic rules. These are the things that need to be done. That is your duty. You are expected to do that. For that place, you have to use should. And will. Will always refers to action in future. Action that you are going to do in future. And next, let's share. Which word do you use when you want to enter the classroom? Yes, can you guess that? Yeah. And one thing that you could do in the past. One thing that you could do in past but now you can't do that. Okay? Yeah. And next one. What word does the reporter use for prediction of rain in the city? That is the action that is going to happen in future. Yeah, you have to write answers for all this and you can post it in Google Classroom. And children, now I hope you can guess what we are going to learn today. Yeah, it is nothing but modal verbs. Yes, modals. Modals are helping verbs and they are used to express ability, permission, possibility or obligation. Okay, and some modals are can, could, will, would, shall, should, may and might. Here they have given you many examples for modals. For example, I can climb a tree. That means I can able to climb a tree. I could dance when I was young. That means I could dance when I was young, but now I am not. Okay. He will come to my party. That means it is the action that is going to happen in future. Would you get me a glass of water? Yeah, this is a permission. It is not permission, it is a request. Okay. Yeah. I shall visit him tomorrow. That is, it is a thing that is going to happen, but it may or may not happen. Okay. That is in doubt, possibility. In that place we will be using shall. Okay. And now here in concept book page number 76, they have given you explanation for each and every models and where we have to use that. First one is can. Can refers to ability of doing something and for seeking permission with others. Can I come in? Can you pass me the salt? I can drive a car. Okay, these are some examples. Could. The modal could is the past tense of can. That is, now you cannot able to do it, but in the past you could do it. For example, I could drive a car. Could you pass me the salt, please? It expresses possibility, suggestion or inclination to do something. Okay, possibility means it may or may not happen. Possibility is there, but you are not sure about it. Okay, suggestion, when you are giving suggestion to someone, we can use could. And inclination, that means you want to do something. If you are expressing that you want to do something, in that place you can use this could. And next one is will. The modal will expresses determination, that is, in future I will be doing this. You are sure about that. Okay, I will go to Spain next year. She will be at her grandmother's place. And next one is would. The modal would is the past tense of will and indicates the consequence of an imagined situation. It always mostly say about imagined situation. He said he would be there by 5 p.m. He said that he would be there, but currently he is not here. Okay, he said he would be there by 5 p.m. I would come home late if I lost my way. In case if I lost my way, I would come late. This is an imagined situation. Now can you understood, children, when you have to use this would? Yes. And next one is shall. The modal shall expresses suggestion. Shall I take this? Shall I take leave tomorrow? Okay, when you are asking, that is suggesting something, or you are asking some permission, also we can use shall. It also talks of an action in the future. Even if you are going to talk about the action that are going to happen in future, you can use shall. And it is always used with first person pronoun. I shall leave for Punjab tomorrow. Shall we make reservations for dinner? When you are asking a suggestion with someone, you have to use shall. Next, should. The modal should refers to duty or correctness. You should do your homework. Should I make some curry? That is your duty to do that. Okay. Yeah, may. The modal may refer to formal permission, a polite request, or a possibility. It is a formal permission. When you are asking permission very formally, we can use this may. And a polite request and possibility of something about to happen. May I come in? You may visit him tomorrow. These are some examples. Might. The modal might refers to a polite suggestion or slight possibility. When you are giving a suggestion very politely, we have to use might. And a slight possibility of something to happen. You might like the food there. You might like it. You may or may not like. Okay. And it might rain today. This is a possibility. It is a possibility that it might rain today. Okay. And children, I hope you all are clear with all these modals, right? And today we have learnt about regular verbs, irregular verbs, and also modals, and how in which place we have to use modals. That also we have learnt. Okay, so all of you read the concept connection thoroughly so that you will be having a clear understanding about that. Okay, children? Yeah. And let me tell you the home assignment for today's session. Practice on 3 in chapter 4 in your concept book, page number 77. First question. Underline the modals in the following sentences. You have to underline all the modals in the following sentences. And pick the correct option to fill in the blanks with appropriate modals. And you have to fill in the blanks with suitable modals they have given you. And third question, fill in the blanks with appropriate modals. This you have to choose modals appropriately based on the sentence, and you have to fill it. And children, all of you note this too. This assignment is from your workbook, page number 47. Seventh question. What happened when Kabuliwala was freed from the jail? After the Kabuliwala got freed from the jail, what happened? And eighth question. Why do you think Minnie failed to recognize Kabuliwala? For this you have to think and answer. Why do you think Minnie failed to recognize Kabuliwala? And ninth question. Fill in the blanks with correct forms of the verbs in the brackets. That is regular and irregular verbs. And children, I hope you enjoyed today's session along with me. And after completing your class activity and home assignment, you can post it in grade 5 English Google Classroom. And children, drink more water, eat healthy food, reduce your screen time, give adequate rest to your eyes, don't use mobile phones and television often, always stay home and stay safe, children. Thank you so much.